Welcome to Ruins and Haunting Heritage. My name is Dr. April Bisa. I'm an associate professor of anthropology at Vassar College, and this is my archaeology seminar for the fall 2020 semester. In this video, we're going to visit some of the sites in Marianna Boncek's book, Spooky Hudson Valley. The ghosts here include Native Americans, hospital patients, hotel visitors, and even a pirate. We're on Rochdale Road, just northeast of Poughkeepsie, at some state land that provides an access to the Wappinger Creek here for fishing. The Spooky Hudson Valley book suggests coming here in order to get to see an apparition of a Native American woman, specifically from the Wappingers tribe, which was actually a confederacy. And supposedly right here at the river is where she drowned, trying to save her child when both of them fell out of a canoe. You're supposed to be able to see her, but as soon as you see her, she drops to her knees and then disappears. Here we are on the campus of Dutchess Community College, and one of the main buildings, Bound Hall, was once a tuberculosis sanatorium, which meant that people who were suffering from tuberculosis would live in this building and have some amount of medical care. And the long windowed hallways was because during that time they believed that sunlight and fresh air was part of helping to heal people. The basement of this building served as the morgue, and that's why it's believed to be haunted, that people suffered in this building as well as lived here for a long time, often knowing that they were never going to leave. Here we are on the back side of the building, where we're a little higher up, so that the basement level is really the ground level. You can see that the building isn't in ruin at all because it's the main building of the Dutchess Community College. But there were two other buildings that were part of the tuberculosis sanatorium that have been demolished, and therefore they only exist as archaeological sites, if anything remains at all. This is the active demolition of the ruin of the Mid-Hudson Psychiatric Center that was built in the late 1800s and once housed over 9,000 residents. It's believed to be one of the most haunted places in the Poughkeepsie region. And for a long time, people have valued the land, which is near the Culinary Institute, Vassar College, and right next to the Hudson River. And therefore, there have been demolishing the buildings that have been set fire to many times, that have had large amounts of vandalism, because local people see it as a hindrance. Zooming in, you can see some of the older architecture in the background. There's been a lot of buildings that have been demolished on this property, and a lot of those believed to be haunted, which leads us to wonder if the ghosts are going to linger at the site or if they're going to go with the buildings. Here we are at the Hudson River, and rivers are generally considered to be places where haunting energies are pulled together by the flow and energy of the water. It's also important places in the history of the region, and lots of people passed by. It's now where we are is on the railroad, which replaced the river as far as that important role of transportation. And right here, next to this train station and river, is the Rhinecliff. This is a historic hotel and bar, which is usually a hoppin' place that lots of people come and visit and sit outside and sit on the balconies of their rooms. But it is closed now. The ghost stories here are relatively thin, but hotels like rivers are often believed to be haunted because so many people pass through And a lot of people who are traveling are at some sort of juncture in their life. Although the hotel and bar are closed, you can see up there, right in the center, a door to the balcony is open. This is the river-facing side of Claremont Mansion, and the trees have grown up a bit, but here is the Hudson River right across from it. You can see the beautiful view that we have here as to why people would want their house located on the river, both for the view and for the social prestige and for the economic opportunities that were provided when the river was the main highway through this area.